all your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the WeBook It podcast. Let's start the show.
Yo, what's up, WeBook It fam? This is your boy, Big Daddy C, coming at you with the latest episode of the Friday Night Throwdown. Stepping in for Fritos. He's taking care of some business today. Kicking off the show, we had Tiffany Stratton, basically making her way to the ring for a promo to kick off the show. She basically talked about losing her title, but being back on a path to winning it back, thanks to the qualifying match at the Elimination Chamber. Thanks to the qualifying match to advance to the Elimination Chamber, which she won her match, she will be interrupted by Nia Jax and Lash Legend. They came out there to talk some trash and threaten Tiffany Stratton. But Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will come out there before they had the chance. This led basically into the women's tag team match where Rio will take on the team of Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Tiffany would eventually leave the ring and have let those two go at it. This brings us to our first match. You got Rio taking on Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Io Sky and Nia Jax started the match for their respective teams. Io basically relied on her speed as she normally does to neutralize Nia Jax's power before bringing in Rhea Ripley for a double team maneuver. Once Nia and Lash had Io Sky cornered, they took control and tried to keep her at bay. Io Sky was basically giving up a lot of size to both competitors. Obviously she has that underdog mentality as usual. The ref ended up calling for the bell later on in the match when everyone was fighting at ringside. Basically more chaos happened. The more exciting part of this whole thing happened once the match is over, in which they were trying to put Nia Jax and Lash Legend were trying to put Io Sky through the table. They were trying to put Rhea Ripley through the table, only for Io Sky to basically come off the ropes and do like a little crossbody through the ropes on Nia Jax to go through the table. And as that happened, Lash Legend pretty much speared, basically a spear to Rhea Ripley through the security barricade. So it was some chaotic stuff going on after the match. And so that's how that ended. Next up, we had Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Matt Cardona, Apollo Crews, and Shinsuke Nakamura versus the MFTs. Prior to this match taking place, Melo was basically telling Matt Cardona and Apollo Crews that the open challenge was closed this week. After the break, he will make his way to the ring. He then announced that he will be in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match next week because he is aiming for the main event at WrestleMania. Then he called out Ilya to try to get he called out Ilya Dragunov to get his title shot. Before that match could even start, Solo Sikoa and the MFTs will come out there. They end up attacking Melo and Ilya. Eventually, Matt Cardona, Apollo Crews, and Shinsuke Nakamura will come out there to make the save. Nick Aldis will come out there and basically turn this into a 10-man tag match. And so after we came back from commercial break, we saw that the match was already taking place. And so each competitor would, take turns in the ring as they normally do in these type of matches. And so nobody really, spent a significant amount of time being the legal man. Um, it was pretty nice little fun match, fun, entertaining match, so to speak. And so obviously you had, Mello and Ila Dragunov doing their thing. And so Tama Tonga was able to secure the win for the MFTs by pinning Mello after he hit his I forgot the name of the finisher, but it's basically like it's like a little elbow to the face. And so after the match, the Wyatt Six appeared in the crowd. Basically let the MFTs know, like, hey, we ain't went nowhere yet. We still here. And we coming back for those titles, those tag titles. So just don't get too comfortable. Next up, we had our another qualifying match for the women's elimination chamber match. We had Alexa Bliss versus Julia versus Zelina Vega. Charlotte Flair would accompany Alexa Bliss to the ring for this match. Julia had Kiana James in her corner. So this match is pretty solid. These three women didn't waste no time kicking things into high gear. Like none of them felt like a lock, so there was some intrigue there as to like, oh man, anybody can win this. And so provided some unpredictability to it. And so Kiana James and Charlotte Flair didn't really interfere in this match for the most part. They were just there to cheer on their respective comrades. And so basically the match ended pretty clean when Alexa hit Zelina Vega with the Sister Abigail for the win. And so it was a pretty solid match. I enjoy seeing this. Next up, we had Ray Phoenix versus Trick Williams. Trick Williams. So essentially, what happened prior to this little situation, this match here, Ray Phoenix had a quick pep talk from Sami Zayn backstage. Ray Phoenix will eventually come out there to take on Trick Willie. Trick Willie did give us a quick promo before Ray Phoenix would come out there. Trick Williams did have the upper hand at the beginning of the match, but Ray Phoenix would eventually find a way to counter him and get in some offense. He even hit a springboard drop kick that got him a 2 count. And so they did fight into the commercial break. And then we came back. And Phoenix did take a little bit of control as we came back from the commercial break. But Trick Williams hit him with a nice little backhand and put him back on the mat. And so there was some good chemistry between these two guys. There was no big feud behind it. The second half of the match was pretty exciting. Ray Phoenix did put up a good fight, but Trick Williams, I don't know why I keep fucking up Williams. It's late. I've been drinking, but it is what it is. Trick Williams eventually took him down with a trick shot for the win. So that was a nice little solid match there. I'm glad Trick Williams is, getting his dubs in, Next up, we had Jade Cargill versus Jordynne Grace for the WWE Women's Championship. Finally, we get this match one-on-one. I know they had been building towards it. So I'm glad we got this match. So I'm glad that we ain't got to worry about having this shit at WrestleMania. So that's good. Still holding out hope that Bianca can eventually come back and whoever wins the Elimination Chamber to go against Jade, because I think that Liv is going to choose Stephanie Vaquer. Like they drawn this shit out. I'm like, come on now, let's stop playing games, so we can get things settled on SmackDown with Jade. And I'm holding out hope for Bianca to come back, and then whoever wins the chamber match, it's just gonna have to be a triple threat when you add Bianca to the equation. But back to this match. So before the match could even get going, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dirty Dom came out there to watch from ringside. They came out there with flowers and a whole bunch of Valentine's Day shit. Fuck Valentine's Day, by the way, forever and always. But they brought out a little table, a little dinner table, with some chairs and shit, to sit out there and watch the match. The crowd was chanting for Dirty Dom as the match began, with Jade Cargill pushing Jordan Grace to the corner. Both women are essentially powerhouses, even though Jordan Grace is like super short compared to Jade. But Jade did have, like I said, Jade had the height advantage. And so, she did get some leverage doing certain maneuvers throughout this match. Jade, I feel like Jade is still got some stuff she need to iron out, kind of work on, get things kind of refined, I guess. But Jordan Grace did a good job kind of masking some of those like botches or whatever. So the match overall wasn't pretty, but there were some decent highlights. Jordan Grace, of course, looked good. Showing off some of her feats of strength. In this match, I know that Liv, Raquel, and Dom was there, but they didn't really interfere in this. They was just there to watch. Jade Cargill eventually would get a clean win with her jaded finisher with one arm, essentially. And so after the match, she basically went to Liv's face like, hey, I'm just reminding you, if you choose me, I'm going to beat that ass at WrestleMania. It's that simple. And so that was pretty much that, how that match ended. And now we get to our main event, Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu in a Elimination Chamber qualifying match. So we know that Fatu and Cody had their own little personal rivalry. So they essentially try to take out Sami Zayn early so they could duke it out. The Sami Zayn, pretty much he wasn't going for that shit. And so he basically took out both men with a huge dive as the show went to commercial break. This match went over about 20 minutes. It was a lot of fun in this. Some nice spots. As Jacob Fatu would, eventually get the momentum and look like he was about to get the W, Drew McIntyre came out of nowhere, hit that man with a Claymore, took him out. He also hit Cody Rhodes with a Claymore, and then he also powerbombed Jacob Fatu through the announce table. And then after he hit Cody Rhodes with the Claymore, he would eventually drag Sami Zayn, of all people, on top of Cody Rhodes for the 1, 2, 3. But Cody Rhodes kicked out. He kicked out. And right after Sami Zayn took out Drew McIntyre with a haluva kick, Cody Rhodes catches him from behind, crossroads, 1, 2, 3, and Cody Rhodes advances to the Elimination Chamber match. And so he is now qualifying. I believe I think he's the third man. I think we maybe have three more matches left. I think we got 3 more spots. I gotta check on that, but Cody. So I think we do. Yeah, we got 3. We got Randy Orton, Cody, and I believe LA Knight. So those are the 3 right now. And so I think we got 3 more coming up. So that was the main event. SmackDown, nice little solid show. Not too much to write home about, but I think it was a great show overall. I would honestly give it a B+. I think as we get closer once we get all the matches ironed out, both elimination chamber matches we know who all the contestants are going to be. Things are going to pick up storyline wise, and then more chaos is going to ensue. Yeah, pretty solid show. But yeah, that's been your recap. For SmackDown, brings us to the end of the Friday night throwdown. So this is your boy Big Daddy C filling in for Freaky Fritos. He shall be back next week, and we all be back on the show hopefully for this Sunday, the Sunday Night Stunner. Thanks for always going to tune in to this episode when it drops on YouTube. Catch y'all out. Peace.